Here's how power really moves. Imagine a map where every road thickens as it nears the center, arteries converging on a single glowing point. In one world, that point decides everything, and no one dares to correct it. In another, the roads branch, loop, and argue with each other. It's slower, messier, but the map breathes. Which map are you living in? And which are you quietly building with every post, vote, and conversation you have today? This chapter hands you a compass and asks you to choose, not in theory, but in the tiny decisions you make when truth and comfort collide. Keep the image of that pulsing center in mind. We'll return to it when it matters most. Apply it now. Notice whether your information habits point inward to one center or outward to many voices. Yuval Harari, historian and author of *Sapiens*, writes Nexus to trace how information networks, not just rulers or armies, shape what societies know, believe, and do. His aim is to show that the way we construct these networks decides whether power can be corrected or whether it hardens into delusion. That matters for you because your daily information choices either strengthen democratic self-correction or tilt the map toward control. Apply it now. Before you share or scroll, ask, does this network I'm feeding invite correction or forbid it? Within the book's first part on human networks, Chapter 5 zooms in on decision-making, why democracies and totalitarian regimes emerge from different ways of handling information. It's about structure more than slogans, how data flows, who gets to challenge the center, and what happens when reality disagrees. Apply it now. Map one decision in your life to its network. Who can question you and how? The core message: totalitarian networks centralize information and treat the center as beyond error. Democracies distribute information and limit the center so errors can surface and be fixed. Power isn't just who commands, it's how a network hears you're wrong. Apply it now. Make one space in your day where "I might be wrong" is not a threat, but a tool. First idea: dictatorship feels efficient because all roads lead to the hub. Information rushes upward, orders flow down. It works until reality shifts. The chapter contrasts empires and regimes that concentrated authority with no safe channels for dissent. When the center must always be right, the network prefers flattery to feedback, and disasters hide in silence. Think of the image: reports funneling to Rome, Berlin, Moscow. Speed without correction. The speed is seductive. The blindness is fatal. Apply it now. In your team or family, set one ritual channel where bad news travels fast. Second idea: democracy is not 51% can do anything. It's a system with guardrails that limit the center and protect disagreement so errors can be caught and fixed. The chapter reframes democracy as an information design: multiple nodes, independent courts and media, and institutionalized ways to say no without being crushed. Decentralization here isn't chaos, it's resilience. The point isn't that the majority always chooses wisely, it's that the network remains corrigible when it doesn't. Apply it now. Before you decide in a group, name the constraint you're not allowed to break, even if everyone votes to break it. Third idea: the seductive promise of populism is "we alone are the people." But when one party claims exclusive ownership of the people, every rival becomes illegitimate, and every check looks like sabotage. This isn't an argument about left or right. It's a warning about any narrative that dissolves limits on power. Apply it now. When a voice says, "Only we represent the real us," ask what protections vanish if you believe it. Fourth idea. History rewards networks that can process complexity. The chapter points to moments when hard centralization burned hot and collapsed, and to successors that survived by relaxing total control. Think of early Chinese unification under harsh legal control, straining to manage distant towns with limited information tools. Then the later turn to governance that leaned more on internalized norms than constant surveillance. The lesson isn't be gentle. It's build systems that don't need to micromanage every breath. Apply it now. Reduce one dashboard you obsess over and replace it with a trust-building norm that scales. Fifth idea. In a healthy democracy, a little friction is a feature, not a bug. Hyper-efficient data fusion, merging what your doctor, bank, employer, and police know, might look smart, but smooths the path toward total visibility from one center. Some slowness, some separation protects freedom. You feel it at the counter. Another form, another login. Annoying? Yes. Protective? Also yes.
Recap. When networks worship a single center, truth bends until it breaks. When networks distribute power and preserve limits, truth has room to interrupt. The rush of centralization flatters our hunger for clarity, but the cost is paid in uncorrected errors. Populist certainty sounds like relief, yet it hollows out the very checks that keep us from becoming a hammer with only nails. History's durable systems learn to breathe. Fewer orders, more norms. Fewer spotlights, more windows. And in the age of data abundance, a small dose of controlled inefficiency may be the price of staying free. Apply it now. Choose one slow, transparent process over a fast, opaque shortcut today. Drop your answer in the comments so others can steal your move. Then, keep the momentum. Tap the next video on Chapter 6, How Computers Join the Network and Why They Aren't Just Faster Printing Presses. Share this with one person who loves efficiency a bit too much today.